Ben. Paul is Australia's premier air show performer and has grown and mentored the Sky Aces formation team at Maitland up near Newcastle, New South Wales. The Wolf Pitts Pro is quite a unique aircraft, hand-built by the talented American aeronautical engineer Stephen Wolf and flown by Paul Bennett today. This Wolf Pitts Pro, the lead aircraft, the yellow aircraft coming out onto the main runway now, is only one of two aircraft in existence. Hand-built, only two in the world, a high-performing aerobatic biplane that is absolutely world-class. Let's prepare now for the takeoff by the Sky Aces from New South Wales. And this is truly a superb handling display by all three aircraft. You will see photographers one and all. You will see some manoeuvres in this display you have not seen before at the International Air Show at Avalon. So the Wolf Pitts Pro at the front, and then the other two aircraft side by side.
Yeah, they're also variants of the Pitts as well. Ben Lappin in the red Super Pitts S1S is on the right-hand side. And on the left, position 3, Glenn Graham flying the orange Pitts S111X. Usually it would be the red aircraft that would go fastest, but today it only has 200 horsepower on the engine, whereas all the other aircraft have 400 horsepower. So that means that Paul Bennett will have to be nice and smooth, taking the formation through the manoeuvres. Ben will have to anticipate a lot of the changes that Paul will be taking the aircraft through, and because he hasn't got the large amount of power, he'll have to use more anticipation. But right now, the ringmaster's just cleared this formation for takeoff. Just pulled up into the vertical. The touch from the other two aircraft of Ben and Glenn. He'll bring it back out to the ground rights after he's conducted the low pass and the smoke on. Enough edge. Ben and Glenn out to the left, Paul out to the right. As they approach each other, Paul is slipped into the approaching both ends of the crowd. They'll form it up for the half-Cuban turnarounds. They like that manoeuvre so much they're going to do it again, but this time with a twist. An aileron roll. Rejoining now into big formation. Formation named shaped like a V. Everyone's in the position now. Paul will lead them through formation loop. the right will be Red's Pit Special. He also works as a skyrider and provides airborne towing services for commercial and private banners. Now, the window is complete. They'll be coming in for a barrel roll. Both Ben and Glenn had to anticipate what Paul was doing with the rolling manoeuvre. Now as they come around in the formation, Ben on the inside pulls the power back and Paul on the outside puts the power up to maintain that exact position. They'll be bringing it in for the double loop. One more loop. It's just themselves to the left of the crowd. The next manoeuvre, they'll pull up into the vertical. Paul used this simply for the performance of the Wolf Pits Pro to pull away from the remaining two and climb higher. They'll all conduct simultaneous stall turns. Here we go. Glenn flying upside down while Ben flew formation beneath him. They'll rejoin into formation here, conduct a 270-degree turn, and pull up the Sky Aces split. As they approach the crowd, Paul will pull to the vertical, while Glenn and Ben cross pass in a near miss. At the top of the manoeuvre, Paul will perform a double hammerhead. Get ready, get your cameras up, because you don't want to miss this. Now going into the double hammerhead, while Glenn and Ben will do half Cubans at each edge of the crowd. And shoulder rolls over the top. Circle fight. Turning on the smoke. Tracing up his tails. Paul pull up into the revenue. Like a series of torque turns. Approaching the top of the maneuver, you'll throw it into reverse. Come back down to earth. In reverse. forward once again. Remaining two aircraft will join up in formation. See Ben and Glenn working hard to get back into formation. Now sliding into Vic. To the Vic formation. Roll. Get ready. They'll each go roll. Still maintaining position formation. Here we go. Sky Aces, that was their last pass. They're now pulling up into their final manoeuvre. They'll pull into the vertical. Glenn Graham will slice first, reduce power and turn around. Ben Lappin will climb higher and slice second, turn around. And finally, Paul will climb higher still and slice last. As they bring it in for a landing. These aircraft don't have any flaps, so they've got a side slip down, flying sideways through the air to reduce the speed prior to touchdown. So as they bring it in, Glenn Graham first. Paul Lappin second. Ben Lappin second, and Paul Bennett last. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sky Aces.
Yes, they placed at Maitland, World Nick.